The article discusses the historical context of territorial claims in Antarctica and draws parallels with the Moon, emphasizing the need for a responsible approach to space exploration. It highlights the competitive nature of human exploration, citing the race between Robert Scott and Roald Amundsen to reach the South Pole. Antarctica is mentioned as a continent with multiple territorial claims by countries including Norway, Britain, Australia, Argentina, Chile, France, and New Zealand. The article then explores the Antarctic Treaty of 1959, which demilitarized the region and promoted scientific research and peaceful use of the continent. It also mentions concerns about the ecological impact of human presence in Antarctica. The article draws a comparison with outer space, where similar agreements are needed to prevent an arms race and ensure responsible exploration. It suggests that India, as a space pioneer, should take the lead in crafting ethical guidelines for outer space activities, aligning with a moral compass and promoting non-militarization.
The article discusses the significant transformation in the relationship between the United States and Vietnam, particularly in the context of their recent meeting between General Secretary Nguyen Phu Trong and U.S. President Joe Biden. This meeting marked the elevation of their relationship to a U.S.-Vietnam comprehensive strategic partnership from a comprehensive partnership established in 2013. Despite historical complexities stemming from the Vietnam War and Vietnam's past alignment with communist states, the geopolitical challenges posed by China's assertiveness in the South China Sea have motivated Vietnam to strengthen its ties with the U.S. The article also highlights the expanding economic partnership, including trade and technology cooperation, and the potential for supply chain integration in the Indo-Pacific region.
The passage of the Women's Reservation Bill in India's Lok Sabha is a significant development aimed at breaking the political gender imbalance. The bill seeks to reserve one-third of Lok Sabha and Legislative Assembly seats for women, with a 15-year sunset clause that can be extended. However, implementation is tied to delimitation and the census, delaying its impact until after the 2024 general election. The bill also reserves one-third of seats for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes for women. The opposition's demand for an internal quota for other backward classes should not delay implementation. Lessons from better female representation in local bodies should guide this initiative as women face multiple challenges, including limited access to healthcare, education, and safe spaces, as well as declining workforce participation. India should ensure better political representation for women to drive growth and bring about meaningful change.
India experienced its driest August in a century, highlighting the growing threat of disrupted weather patterns due to climate change. Some have proposed solar radiation management, SRM, as a desperate solution to cool the Earth's surface by blocking incoming solar radiation. However, SRM poses significant risks, as it can have unintended global consequences. There is currently no international mechanism to hold a country accountable for SRM experiments, and little research has been done on understanding the complex interactions of weather systems. The Climate Overshoot Commission calls for more research before considering SRM deployment and warns against diluting efforts to cut emissions.
The Abraham Accords, signed 3 years ago between Israel, the United Arab Emirates, UAE, Bahrain, and later joined by Morocco, have led to increased regional cooperation and have opened up opportunities for India. Trade between Israel and other West Asian countries has grown by 74% and tourism has seen significant growth. The accords have also benefited the Indian diaspora in the Gulf with improved travel connectivity. Economic cooperation between these nations has paved the way for expanded regional and multinational collaboration, benefiting India as well. Initiatives for youth and cultural exchanges have strengthened ties and promoted mutual understanding. The accords demonstrate the power of unity and cooperation for a better future in West Asia.
The solar scam, a political scandal that emerged in Kerala in 2013, has resurfaced, causing turmoil in the state's politics. The scandal involved allegations that Congress leaders, including then Chief Minister Ummen Chandi, sought sexual favors from a businesswoman in exchange for support for her solar energy venture. The scandal played a role in the 2016 Assembly elections, with the Communist Party of India, Marxist, using it for propaganda. A judicial commission recommended a criminal investigation, which is still ongoing. Recently, a purported CBI court filing suggested a top-level conspiracy to implicate Congress leaders, reigniting the controversy.
The Women's Reservation Bill, aimed at reserving one-third of the seats in the Lok Sabha and state assemblies for women, has been passed by the Lok Sabha. However, the bill's implementation is contingent on a delimitation exercise to be completed by 2026, pushing the earliest implementation year to 2029. Currently, women make up only 15% of Lok Sabha members, and their representation in state legislative assemblies is even lower. Across political parties, women constitute just 13.5% of the ruling BJP's members in the Lok Sabha, while regional parties like Biju Janata Dal and Trinamool Congress have higher female representation.
The retirement of Justice Umar Ata Bandial as the Chief Justice of Pakistan's Supreme Court marks the end of a turbulent period for the institution, which has been marked by adherence to the doctrine of necessity. This doctrine has been used in Pakistan to justify various actions, including the dismissal of governments and the imposition of martial law. While there have been moments of independence, the judiciary has often aligned with the military establishment. The new Chief Justice, Qazi Faiz Isa, will face challenges in addressing contentious judgments on constitutional and administrative powers and ensuring the judiciary's independence.
A dispute has arisen between the central government and the Delhi Waqf Board over the ownership of 123 properties, including historic mosques, dargahs, and cemeteries. The government formed a committee to study the status of these properties following a Delhi High Court order, which concluded that no objections were received from the Waqf Board, leading to the properties being taken over by the central government. The Waqf Board has disputed this and approached the Delhi High Court for redressal. Survey notices for some of these properties have been posted, leading to concerns and protests from the Muslim community.
Scientists from IIT Roorkee have identified dinosaur fossils in the Thar Desert near the Jaisalmer Basin, and they belong to a sauropod dinosaur. These fossils, at 167 million years old, are the oldest known diplodocod fossils globally. The scientists named the dinosaur Tharosaurus indicus. Sauropods, like Tharosaurus, were one of the most dominant clades of dinosaurs, surviving until the late Cretaceous period, about 65 million years ago, when dinosaurs went extinct. The discovery suggests that India was the site of radiation for these diplodocoid dinosaurs during the Middle Jurassic period.